welcome to another interesting edition of Health Watch. Trust me, I love to do this with you every week. This week, we're looking at reproductive health. Reproductive health looks at the disorders, the functions of the male and the reproductive organ in our bodies. And it's important you find out what you should know as a child, as an adolescent, and as a woman. In fact, generally, as an individual, you should have an idea of what the reproductive health is all talking about. And today, that is our focus. Plus, on the life and aware. Recently, there's been an outburst of chickenpox. Chickenpox is in the air right now, so we'll give you a feature on chickenpox, how to manage it, and we all know that it's a highly infectious disease. I'm sure you enjoy that feature. My name is Nkem Okibe. On to another interesting episode of Health Watch. If you're just joining us, the program is Health Watch, reaching you on NTA Lagos Channel 10, the station for excellence. My guest today is not a doctor. Yes, she's someone who has worked for years with an NGO that is doing a whole lot in terms of governance, in terms of health, in terms of attending to vulnerable groups in Nigeria, children and women. My guest today is Bolanle Darish. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, talking about reproductive health, what are the things we should be looking at when you say reproductive health? What comes to the mind of any layman is reproductive organs. But tell us, what are the things we should look at when we're talking about reproductive health?
When we are talking about reproductive health, you first look at what is reproductive health. Then we see reproductive health as a complete physical, mental, and social well-being in respect of the health, whatever issue that surrounds the health. It's the major thing we need to look at: physically, how is the person doing?
Okay.
Mentally, how is the person doing? Socially, and in general well-being of the person, how is the person doing?
So when we talk about reproductive health in children, what are the components? What are we supposed to be looking at? What are the components of reproductive health?
When we are talking of reproductive health in children, we look at the general well-being of that child,
Okay.
right from the womb
Mm.
till the birth,
Mm.
till the child starts sitting down, crawling, standing up, walking, growing, going to school. Those are the general things that they do to check on the child when the child is born.
Mm-hmm.
The child starts growing, start watching the child when the child is when they are talking, whether the child is hearing what you are saying, whether the child is able to sit down, whether the child is able to walk. If the child is not able to sit down, you know there is a problem. You need to quickly address it. When you are talking and the child could not hear you, you know there's a problem. It needs to be addressed sometime. And when you are talking and the child cannot even say anything, you know there's something wrong with that tongue. You need to address it. And when the child is supposed to stand up and could not stand up properly, you know there's something wrong. And when the child is supposed to be walking and the child could not walk, okay, in the same way a child is supposed to walk at 1 year. For some children, like me at 7 years, I was told that I started walking.
7 months.
I saw 7 months, I started walking. But for
Sorry, not to crack you up anyway. So it looks like all the children started walking at 7 months. All the children that were born then.
My own child,
I remember
child didn't walk at even 1 year.
Okay.
I was so scared.
It's very good that you state this actually now, because a lot of parents are beginning to think that if your child doesn't walk at 1 year, there's something wrong.
No.
So a child can walk at 1 year,
yes,
2 months.
my own walk at 1 year and 3 months.
Okay. So
I wasn't scared. It's, do this, do that. I said, I'm not interested. She will walk. I check her leg. I know there's nothing. Everything is straight. It's not. So I wasn't scared. All the thing they were introducing, I didn't use anything until on her own. The day she will stand up, she just stood up. The day she will walk, she just moved the leg.
That's it.
And started walking.
But you know what? When you say reproductive health in children, what comes to the mind of a lot of people is, the child is still small. The reproductive organs are still developing. So what are the things that as a mother or as a father, as a parent or as a guardian, that you're supposed to teach your child at that stage of life? Because you see a lot of children being molested and all. What are the things that they should know at some point?
For a child to start growing, from the womb, we believe that as anything that I have that is operating in me, that is making me to be a living, For a baby that is in my womb, is what she is also using.
Okay, okay.
I'm breathing, she's also breathing.
Yes, yes.
If I stop breathing, she too will stop breathing. If I'm eating, she's eating. If anything I'm doing, at least most of the things I do, she benefits from
activities.
it.
True.
If somebody is talking and I'm hearing, I believe she too is hearing because she hears. So bring a child up, you have to start from the womb. Talking to somebody doesn't believe that talking to a child in the while the baby is in the womb have any relevance or have any positive impact. It has. And from the one a child is born, you are free to start talking positively to that child. How you want that child to become, what you want that child to become. But there's no way a child can be knowledgeable to have up to the knowledge of the parents. Because the experience the parents has, the child can never have it.
So in a nutshell, you are saying that every parent it has the responsibility also to teach the child about his or her body.
Yes.
You don't want to leave it to the child. You don't want to assume the child knows.
Before we come to the body is one of the major aspects of what every part of a child body needs to be known by that child.
At what age?
There's no minimum age. In as much as that child is alive and is breathing, as far as I'm concerned, as far as that child is alive, at day 1, day 2, day 3, we can talk to that child. You will think that the child is not hearing. The child is hearing. He's hearing. So that that child might not be able to express or do much. But if you keep saying it, you will that parent will get used to it.
Okay.
And that child will get used to it. Most especially when that child start having friends, like a child that is crawling, that just start walking, and have neighbor child
is mixing up with people,
with another child.
Then
work have to start in full force. Every part of that child's body must be known by that child. And the idea of using another word to call a particular body part doesn't help. For me, I don't believe in it. I never taught my child, and telling my child breast is orange. What is orange? Breast is breast.
So every part of the body you should be able to say
the way it is, what the name is. Yes.
This is the name of this part.
Yes.
This is the
in
name
whatever
of this
language part.
The child understands.
Not just a language to beautify that part.
No. I mean,
let's say if you are
using
Igbo,
English or using Yoruba.
If you want to use English, use the correct name. If you want to use Yoruba, use the correct name.
Okay. This is an important message to all parents out there. Learn to teach your children the exact name of their body parts, right?
Yes.
So we're saying if this is supposed to be the hand, say hand. Don't look for other names to call the parts of the body. It's very important. We'll go on a short break now. Health Watch continues after this time. I'll stay with us. If you're just joining us, the program is Health Watch, and today we're looking at an interesting topic that everyone needs to know. Everyone, you're a daughter, you're a son, you're a mother, you're a father, you need to listen, you need to understand everything we're talking about today. And our guest, Bolanle Dario, is still with us in the house. Before we went on the break, we talked about the fact that from the womb, the child listens. The child, everything we do as a human being, as a mother, you breathe, you eat, as the same thing that the child does. And you made us understand, you actually emphasize on the fact that there is no age limit to teaching the child. Once the child starts to mix with people, you need to let the child know the different parts of the body. Now the next question is important you also let us know what are these different parts of the body, what are they used for. So it's important you let us know so that the parents who can also understand how important it is that you let the child know that these are your body parts, that this is why this is like this.
It's very important for a parent to let every child know every part of the body, the name it is really called, and the use and the importance of those parts of the body, from the head to toe. we have ear. From ear, have ear. If they can have the charts,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
From the charts, we have some chart that's straightforward. We have some chart that's I like.
Okay. Okay. The
Because
charts that have the body,
that
the
have the
man body.
one body and
Okay. So
the
you have it at
structure.
home.
If every parent can have it,
At home.
fantastic. And if you have it, if you don't have it, it's not compulsory to have it. If you have it, it helps. If you don't have it, you can use that child to make the child to touch every part
Of the body.
of the body.
Mm.
Even in school now, they will even teach them. They will show them the body parts in the charts. So the ear, what is your ear? What is semen for? What's the ear is for beautification. The ear can beautify. For a female, the ear can make your ear to beautify you, to make you beautiful. For someone who cut, even if you cut self, you see cut and beautify. The eye, use our eye to see, use our nose to breathe, our mouth to talk, our teeth to chew, your washes and how to clean those things, how to clean your ear to make it to have proper hygiene. Proper hygiene is part of reproductive health.
Okay.
How to treat your ear, how to make it nice, how to clean it, how to wash it with soap, your ear, your eyes, how to be careful with what you see, with how you move your eye, with opening your eye, with moving close to lights, your nose, what you use your nose to perceive. Most of the way there's chemical when they're fumigating, when they're fleeting the house, how to fleet mosquito, how to avoid such. Your nose, use your nose to smell, use your nose to perceive bad odor, because bad odor at times it has implication. So your mouth, where you're supposed to open your mouth, because some children are even from birth, they start from the when they were born, start leaving their mouth open till they even grow up. Till they even, some of them will get married, they want to, except if they want to sleep, they will open their mouth and be. So all these things are supposed to have been taught.
You've said a whole lot about children. Let's move from being a child to the adolescent age. I think that is one very key aspect of growing up. So let's talk about reproductive health and adolescence.
Okay, from most of the things I mentioned also has to do with adolescent and even the youth, even with the adults. Even the proper hygiene has to do with everybody. But we need to let our children know the importance and how we might avoid misusing it.
That's the functions and how you might
avoid misusing it, and how we can avoid being fall victim.
Okay. I want to bring you back home. If I believe that in the school curriculum they have health education, education. They talk about reproductive health, and I want to believe that a lot of children at that age have been taught that topic. Why do we still have unwanted pregnancy on the rise amongst this age group?
The teaching at home is different from teaching in school. No, we believe that, you know, that now these days most parents left the teaching for teachers. Because a child that left home 6 a.m. I've seen children that leave home, even primary nursery school, the mother and the children will leave home every day 6 a.m. and they won't get back home until 5. The child will go to school, will do lesson before the child finish anything around that surround his education is anything after 4 or 5. So which means the child, the little the parents will do just to get home in the evening, cook for the children to eat and sleep, which is not helping enough. Though they are teaching them in school, but the teaching in school, to me, I believe in school teaching, but I believe more in my own teaching, home teaching.
So as
parents, the way I will talk to my child, I know the teacher cannot talk to my child.
So as parents, what are we supposed to be doing at that stage, where we know that the children are vulnerable? Because you've been working with vulnerable groups, and I'm sure that this also falls into the category of vulnerable groups. So how do we address this issue where you see that they are being there's a breach in communication between the parent and the child, but the child still goes to school and comes back with a pregnancy? And so who are you supposed to blame? Are you supposed to blame the teacher or blame
No,
the parents?
I
So
don't
at this
blame- I
stage,
can't even blame
what
the
are
teacher.
the expectations for parents? What way are we supposed to raise our children, knowing that reproductive health is very key at that point?
Any child that falls victim of unwanted pregnancy,
Mm.
is the 100% of the blame is on the parents,
Okay.
not on teacher. We want teacher to have our own children. Yeah, they still have their own children. Most of the parents, 100% of the blame is on the parents. What parents still need to do, no matter how the age of that child or that adolescent now, they can still listen. But it depends, do we really have time for them? We need to create time for them. We need to come down to their level. We need to try to put ourselves in their shoe, try to understand them. A child that is asking question from the mother or from the father and say, okay, I will, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
And that later, you not come back and talk about it. Definitely that child will get that information from the parent in the school, and it's likely to be a wrong information. To me, every parent have to create time to talk to their child, come down to their level, no matter the question. If you don't have answer that moment, in 2-3 hours you have to get answer, and you have to see how you provide answer to whatever question that they are asking.
Now we've talked about reproductive health in children, reproductive health in adolescents, and now let's move to us women.
Okay.
And I say us because I know that to a large extent, I think the women, there's a high rate of maternal mortality.
Yes.
And whether we like it or not, it comes again from reproductive health. This is a very broad topic. We can't even finish this topic today, but we need to really touch some areas. So when we say reproductive health in women, what are the things we're talking about?
When we are talking about reproductive health in women, we have to start from pregnancy, wanted pregnancy, contraceptive, family planning. We talk of threatening abortion. We talk of infections. We talk of transmitted diseases. We talk of childbirth. We talk of even violence against women. It also fall under reproductive health.
Okay. And you've worked with this vulnerable group for so many years.
Yes.
What would you say are the major factors, or I would say factors, yes. What are the major factors that are contributing to all this you just mentioned? What are the factors that are making women have issues with threatened abortion, issues with childbirth, women after delivering, they don't see their babies, a lot of them pass away and all that. What are the factors that are responsible? What are the things we should be addressing?
I would say is to larger group of people is carelessness. I say carelessness in the sense that for this era now, some people still don't believe in antenatal. They still believe in going to the traditional
Birth
attendant.
Okay. So the factors you have mentioned that are responsible for the issues that are surrounding
nonchalant attitude.
Okay.
Some people, even the information they don't have correct information.
They don't have the right information.
They don't have the right information. The information they have is not authentic, and they still believe in that information they have. They follow the information and discover that. That's why some people will even give birth and they will lose the baby. Even some people will even lose their life as a result.
So what do you think the government can do, NGOs like you, individuals can do, or let me say basically the government can do to scale up the services that are being given to women? Because I as you can see now, we have a lot of primary health centers here and there, but it has not been able to address the issues of high mortality rates, the issues of women not being able to get access to family planning. So what are the measures you think that the government can put in place, and NGOs like yours?
Government cannot be doing everything for them. NGO cannot be doing everything for them. Though I know the government has role to play, and the role is maybe in terms of the fee they need to pay. If they can bring it down. And some of the health centers not they don't have the equipment that they're supposed to have to do certain things. So they need to have it. And if they also have it, but what of the payments? Do they have to, government has to subsidize for community members. So if they are told that they are paying, it won't be something that they cannot afford. That's something that they will not be able to want to afford, and because of that they now go and use herb for treatments. And some people, as they are assessing antenatal, they are also using herb. Me, I don't believe in herb.
Okay.
I do treatment without medicine. Most of the time. I believe in taking water and I'll be okay. I rarely fall sick. And I know I work a lot.
This topic for today is really very broad. We can go on and on and on. And what we're going to do is to have you back on this topic, on this same program. But before you go, before we round up, just in 60 seconds, tell us what is your message based on this topic to all Nigerians.
My message for every Nigerian is to information is power. They should try to, for everybody, we should try to access information, correct, authentic, and vital information. By the time we access correct, authentic, and vital information, we will not be misled and will not go a wrong way.
Thank you so much, Ma. We've been speaking with Bolanle Darish, and we said so much. We talked about a lot of things on reproductive health. It's not enough. We'll still bring her back on this program. Thank you so much for coming on Health Watch.
Thank you.
Moving on is a feature on chickenpox. Chickenpox is actually in the air now. A lot of children are actually battling with it. It's one disease that is highly infectious. Let's go on A Life Unaware. This week is on chickenpox. We'll be right back.
Chickenpox, which is also known as varicella, is a highly contagious infection caused by varicella zoster virus. This infection spreads in a similar way, commonly through colds and flu. A diagnosis can be reached by observing the signs and symptoms, which include the appearance of a blister-like rash on the face and trunk, and then spreads throughout the body. Chickenpox has an incubation period of 10 to 21 days, although not life-threatening. Some symptoms before the appearance of rashes includes a general feeling of being unwell, fever, which can be worse in adults, aching muscles, loss of appetite, and in some cases, feeling of nausea. Though few people have more severe symptoms, which may include painful and red skin around the spots and difficulties in breathing, if the following occur, a doctor should be contacted. Majorly, chickenpox occurs just once in a lifetime. As its first occurrence, immunes the system against another reoccurrence. Although it's possible to get chickenpox more than once, but this is extremely rare. Chickenpox generally resolves within a week or two without treatment, but a vaccine can prevent it. For children, 2 doses of varicella vaccine are given, one at age 4 to 6 years. These vaccines are 90% effective at preventing chickenpox.
And that's the much we can take on this week's edition of Health Watch. Our guest today said a whole lot of things. I think the responsibility still lies on us, parents, mothers, fathers, adults. As long as you're an adult, you can also teach your younger ones. You can also teach your nieces, your nephews about the things they should know about their body. Remember to say the exact word of each part of the body, and also telling them the functions of the parts of the body. And that's what has been on today's episode of Health Watch. For inquiries, for your comments, questions, send us a mail to okibenkem@gmail.com, healthwatch@ntlagos@gmail.com, or send a text only 07060865487. Thank you for being part of this week's edition of Health Watch. See you next week. My name is Nkem Okibe.